all these companies are being mixed. And when you are an affiliate or you are an operator who has to do business with this, niche people, like with this niche vertical of iGaming industry, within this vast majority of zone of the entire exhibition floor, they have to navigate and try to find the companies or the brands that they can deal with.
You're listening to 15M Mastering, a show that empowers you with insights from the leading iGaming experts to enhance your personal or business performance. The show is brought to you by tech-driven affiliate and media company Already Media, and supported by the AI-powered data analytics platform Blask. And Yo Investments, a fund manager investing in outstanding people who are disrupting the iGaming, fintech, and crypto industries. Hey everyone, and welcome back to 15M Mastery. Today we're joined once again by Levon Nikoghosyan, CEO of AffPapa and iGaming Club. Levon has transformed networking and iGaming through his innovative approach to industry events. In this episode, we will explore the art and science of creating meaningful connections through offline events. Welcome back, Levon.
Thanks a lot, Dmitry, for another chance. Looking forward to sharing some insights, whatever I can, and looking forward to a fruitful conversation.
Let's dive in. So what unique value do in-person events bring that digital network will never replace?
Well, in my opinion, I think the most important thing when talking to a person in real life is is feeling their intention, right? So once the person is next to you who has traveled, couple thousands of kilometers to make to a specific event or whatever, I mean, there is definitely a presence of intention, which is very important, and it makes things, more serious rather than when you get 100 different messages knocking on your door online, and you don't even know if you reply, you will get another answer back, because usually you don't. I mean, it happened to me a couple of times that someone sent me something and it was a spam, even though knowing I replied and I never got any message back. So I mean, the offline is definitely bringing more value and raising the trust against the person that you meet. Whereas when you are talking online and you never know who's the person, you never touched them, you never seen them in real life, you don't know even if they are present in their real life. Maybe they are fake, maybe they are like some AI generated people and then the stuff like that. But when the person is next to you, first, the second of all, it's the trust that is that is there, and definitely you will trust much more the person who you see from time to time during the events rather than chatting with them and never meeting them. This is obvious, but yeah, I mean, and there are many pros of the offline meeting, and I think it's a really important part of our industry these days.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. And I think you guys built one of the most unique and very warm kind of events where you go and meet so many amazing people. And that's why I really wanted to ask you a next question. How do you maintain this high quality networking by getting the right mix of people at your events? Because it feels like some organizations are pushing for the numbers, right? And it feels like you focus more on the quality. So can you explain your concept a little bit more here?
Yeah, I think within your question, you already have the answer. It's that we are selective with the delegates, and I mean, we have announced this many times that we are keeping the balance of 80-80-20, 40-40-20. It's 40% affiliates, 40% operators, and 20% for the B2B providers, but the relevant B2B providers. This is extremely important, obviously, because when going to events, people want to meet the people that they go there to meet. They don't want to be pitched irrelevant stuff. They don't want to have unnecessary conversations. They don't want to hear about products and offers they are not seeking or looking for. I mean, for that, they have, different events. For that, they have access to those. I mean, there are plenty of other ways to receive the information. But when you go to an event for a specific niche, you expect to get the most value doing that thing and getting introduced to the right people with the right intention at the event. And yeah, I think the key is keeping the balance, vetting people coming to the event, not only in terms of the type of their business, but also how decent they are. I mean, you wouldn't allow, an affiliate to the event, or an operator who has scammed plenty of affiliates, and you receive many complaints. So this is also very important, to keep the balance, and to make sure that the event is really to the point and successful for your delegates.
Absolutely love it. And I remember the last time I had a chat with you about one of your events, you said that the feedback and the NPS was like very high, like incredibly high, right? And sometimes when, I'm not going to any events, I'm chatting with like friends who went somewhere, they say, okay, this event failed. And I was wondering, like, why do some industry events fail to deliver real value? Like, what is the reason behind?
I think events can fail to a specific niche and specific group of delegates, and this is something that we can see in the industry quite often, especially with the big events, where you see the vast majority of all type of businesses in a single place. And the worst, even worse, is when there is no grouping, no zoning of these companies. Say, like, you have payment providers, B2B platform providers, some service providers, server and hosting providers. All these companies are being mixed, and when you are an affiliate or you are an operator who has to do business with this niche people, like with this niche vertical of iGaming industry, within this vast majority of zone of the entire exhibition floor, they have to navigate and try to find the companies or the brands that they can deal with. And when you go to such big events and you have so many people from different verticals, and sometimes it's even, blockchain industry, crypto, and I mean, all this is mixed, then I mean, 80% of your conversations are just draining your energy for nothing, and you get zero value out of it, whereas the other 20 is exactly what you have traveled for. And the aim of what we do is to change that a little bit, so you have more conversations to the point, and you, like, let's say the 50% of the people you meet are really relevant to you. Maybe the other 50% are your competitors or whoever, or a little bit also irrelevant. But the thing is, if you are doing this broader event, you are making it more likely for people to meet the relevant delegates. And I think this is the thing. And also, as you mentioned, companies going after numbers rather than quality. That's why, I mean, we always try not to really underline how many delegates we bring. I think it's not as important as how relevant those delegates are to each other at your event.
Yeah, absolutely love it. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. And let's talk a little bit more about networking, because sometimes, I hear from people, and myself probably a big fan of networking, and this is the main reason going to events. How do you balance structured networking with allowing natural connections to form at your events?
Well, yeah, I know that you like networking, and we have met each other at different events and different networking events as well after the conferences and the main shows. I mean, for that reason, it's a very interesting question, because different delegates like different type of networking. Some of them are really shy to go and speak to the representative or the delegate that is 100% relevant to them, or they even know this delegate, who he is or who she is, and they have to knock the door, but they are shy to do that. So for these delegates, for example, we have we have introduced first in the industry the speed dating sessions, right? And these people are no more shy to stand in the line and get face to face with the other person, because other person is also showing the intention of, willingness to get introduced. So there is like this wall is being broken there, and people that are shy to go to speak to each other, they are normally, standing in the line and then, indefinitely meeting and talking and introducing themselves. And for the other type of people who like, organic networking and this more relaxed atmosphere with a can of beer in their hands, we also organize the networking drinks, the networking parties where this kind of atmosphere can be created, this kind of, interaction can be promoted, and that's the environment where these kind of people can also do the networking that they like. As you said, people are all different. It's not, one type of personality.
Yeah, I agree with you. But what makes some of these conversations lead to lasting business relationships while others lose their momentum completely while they're networking?
I think there are different components here, and the most common mistake and the thing that can really damage these conversations is the wrong promises, mispreparedness, and like anything that comes up with over promising and under delivering, because most of the time what we hear during this speech is like this very sound and loud promises that we can do this, we can do that. For example, when you are speaking to B2B providers or service providers, we will launch your system within 3 weeks, whereas they have never launched any single affiliate or casino brand in less than 3 months. We can migrate you from your existing platform to the new one in just a couple of days, whereas it takes like 2 3 months, and sometimes there are like issues that are never being solved on the way. Players are being lost, payments are being missed, and stuff like that. But when you are having this kind of promises, and then in the end you get totally different thing delivered. This is one of the common mistakes and common issues that we see from the sales managers and representatives doing business and networking in the industry. And you have just to be honest and try to sell exactly what you can and what you have, the product that you possess. Or if you don't possess the thing that can be sold, you go back, you improve it, and then you return to the event. But promising the things that you can't deliver is just damaging your reputation.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I often been asked, especially from the beginners of this industry who are going to their first event, and I really want to ask that question to you. What strategies can attendees use to maximize their ROI from industry events?
Yeah, before the event, you should, do the homework and get prepared. First of all, check out who is attending, who are the attendees, what delegates are there on the list. Set up some meetings beforehand, but it doesn't mean that you should dedicate all your time just for the meetings which have been pre-planned. You have also to dedicate a lot of time to network exactly there in order to meet new people on the go in the venue. Uh, don't miss any networking event. Don't miss any opportunity, any activity that is going on, because even in the evenings when you are super tired, and everyone has gone through this, right? When you are exhausted, you just want to lay down, order some food to your room and not go anywhere. But still, you have traveled so long, to meet these wonderful people. And when after a full day of exhibition, you are like exhausted, you have to, just get up yourself and go to these networking events, even if it takes like 1 or 2 hours. Just be there, just say some hello, just show your face, just to be present, because we always regret for the things that we didn't do. And once you are back, you will regret not going to these events, especially when some of your folks are showing this nice photos or videos of what was going on there or what you have missed. And yeah, that's my recommendation to all the new people and everyone from the industry. Try to attend as many things as you can, and also listen to the very, like, most important, listen to these nice panel discussions and speakers, because we sometimes really don't have time to sit down there and listen to all the wonderful lineup. But I mean, this is also very important. If you have time, if you have extra 30 minutes, instead of going out for a smoke, or instead of, wasting your time at a bar with a beer, it would be nice, to sit down, maybe listen and hear some interesting thoughts, because I really enjoy hearing some insights from the industry experts. And sometimes it's mind blowing and very innovative and up to date.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And sometimes I'm being that person, not being able to listen to the panels, but every event I try to highlight at least a few, which I totally must attend, and it actually helps me to block a little time in my schedule. So
Yeah.
thank you so much
Nice.
for your time here and this amazing episode, and your insights on how to maximize the time at the event are amazing. And I hope that everyone will find it also valuable and immediately implement. And I'm looking forward to see you at one of your events and seeing how you guys will continue to innovate in this space.
Thank you very much, Dmitry, for this opportunity and for your kind words. Looking forward to this episode to go live. And yeah, see you at the next one.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.